Moving on to Super Tuesday. Welcome to WTOL 11 this morning. I'm Emma Henderson. Thanks for joining us. Now we're going to send it over to Chris Vickers, who may actually have some good news for us coming from the weather department. Good to hear.
Coming out of the last day of February, your leap day today, just going to add one extra day to winter this year is what we're going to do. But a pretty decent feel to this morning. We've, of course, got that snow that is coating the ground, but that sun is on out, at least partly to mostly sunny skies. But a cold start to the day, not only cold, but brisk. Look at the wind speeds, 13 miles per hour. So we're at 24 degrees, but that's going to put our wind chill back closer to about 10 degrees. We are dry across the area on first alert Doppler radar. It's going to stay that way all day and in fact all weekend. Lower teens is where most of us are for that wind chill, so it's still a winter coat type of day, even though the skies are fairly bright across much of the area. Partly to mostly sunny skies today. Should reach a high today toward 34 degrees, but we really see that warm up to get some steam. Much warmer as we get into Sunday. The breeze is going to pick on up and it will take us through the upper 40s. We'll get some areas south of Toledo, likely to even head toward 50 degrees. As we turn that calendar from February to March, things looking significantly warmer. We'll talk your Sunday outlook and also the next 10 days coming up in my forecast in just a bit. Emma, back over to you.
Thanks, Chris. Right now, Ohio State Highway Patrol is investigating a fatal crash that happened overnight. The driver of a silver Dodge Caravan was identified as 45-year-old Jeffrey Miller. He reportedly ran the vehicle off the road and struck a tree before being pronounced dead at the scene. And new this morning, U.S. Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue called the coronavirus a pandemic while speaking to farmers in San Antonio, Texas last night. That term is out of sync with the official message from the Trump administration and global health officials, who instead maintain the coronavirus is an outbreak or epidemic. The Department of Agriculture has yet to provide clarification, and the White House has declined to comment at this time. Community spread of the coronavirus is now believed to be happening in the United States. Fears of the virus are bringing parts of the world to a grinding halt. Major TV shows are stopping production, major concerts are being canceled, and the U.S. stock market has taken its biggest hit since the financial crisis in 2008. A possible case was announced in the state of Oregon, and the CDC also confirmed a second case of the coronavirus in California.
We have a case who did not recently travel or come in contact with anyone known to be ill. The virus is here, present at some level, but we still don't know to what degree.
In the United States, at least 63 people are being treated for the virus. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer activated the State Emergency Operations Center to prevent the spread of coronavirus. She, along with state police and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, promised to keep an eye on the virus. As of now, there are no confirmed cases in the state, but residents are still being urged to keep themselves safe and their families as well.
Everything right now to make sure that we are ready if the coronavirus comes to Michigan. The virus has the potential to impact nearly every aspect of our lives. State government, our public schools, our businesses, public gatherings and events, and so on.
Michigan is now offering in-state testing rather than outsourcing to the CDC. And the jury is going to return Monday morning to continue deliberations in the murder case against two Toledo men accused of killing a 3-year-old boy. They're deciding if Matthew Smith and Kevion Giles are guilty of killing Malachi Barnes on Thanksgiving Day 2018. Prosecutors say the evidence, including testimony from co-defendant Andre White, proves Smith and Giles' guilt. However, both defense teams say White is a convicted murderer who took a plea deal with the state in the case and can't be trusted. We'll be back in the courtroom Monday and have a live update for you at 5. Let's take a look at how we got here. 3-year-old Malachi Barnes was shot and killed on Thanksgiving night back in 2018. He was shot in the head as he sat in the back seat of his father's car as they drove on I-75 near downtown Toledo. A couple of months later, both Matthew Smith and Kevion Giles were arrested and charged with the murder. The other suspect, Andre White, was arrested in October of 2019. And just this past Monday, the trial began for Smith and Giles. With the clock winding down in South Carolina, Democratic candidates are making their final push to voters ahead of the primary. Some are already moving on to Super Tuesday, where a third of all delegates will be awarded. Jeff Zeleny reports. There's a new scam coming right to your phone trying to take advantage of the political season. The Better Business Bureau says people will get a robocall supposedly from a campaign asking you to give money. If you say yes, you're then transferred to a live person who takes your credit card information. The Better Business Bureau suggests screening your calls to protect your information. And in honor to wrap up Black History Month, city leaders are coming together for a panel discussion on issues that are happening in the community. Our Zainab Shaib is in Central Toledo explaining more. Good morning, Zainab. It's finally here. Toledo Fire Department and the Toledo Police Department hit the basketball court for Battle of the Badges. They battled for blood and bragging rights on the softball diamond and hockey ice. Now the first responders meet on the hardwood at Savage Arena for a game of basketball. The game starts at 2 p.m. Visit utoledorockets.com for ticket information. Proceeds go to police and fire charities. And we ask you all to send us in pictures to tell us what you're doing this weekend. Here are just some of your responses. You can let us know what you're doing this weekend by texting your pictures to 419-248-1100. March is Women's History Month, and the Toledo Lucas County Library is kicking off with a documentary examining the life of the late American novelist Toni Morrison. Library Coordinator Erin Baker is here to tell us all about it. Thank you so much for joining us today, Erin. Very exciting event to kick off Women's History Month.
Yes, absolutely. The Art Tatum African American Resource Center at Kent Branch is super excited to be able to screen the film Toni Morrison, Pieces I Am, completely free and open to the public. To be able to have people have a better understanding of this truly great African American first African-American woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. Her works are so complex, but yet beautiful. She's a native of Ohio, and so we'll be able to learn through this documentary more about her life growing up and becoming ultimately the great novelist we all know her to be. There's also interviews featuring Angela Davis, Oprah Winfrey, as well as the late Toni Morrison, too, in the documentary.
That sounds amazing. And like you said, she has Ohio ties, but really, you know, we're leaving Black History Month and entering Women's History Month, so it's a perfect transition time to really learn more about her life.
Yes, absolutely, especially because we did lose her just last year.
Back into the 50s, quite a bit above average for this time of year.
Absolutely, and you know what? I will take warmer temperatures if it means a little bit of rain.
I'll take it, and each day gets us one day closer to official spring.
Oh, can't wait for that. The countdown has to be getting close. Now sports is next. Let's take a look at those highlights from Big Board Friday and more. And you can snag a free Egg McMuffin at McDonald's on Monday. It's National Egg McMuffin Day as the 50th anniversary of the sandwich approaches next year. Here's how to cash in. Download the McDonald's app and create an account. Then you just have to show up to McDonald's between 6 and 10:30 a.m. to claim it. No purchase necessary. Lots of free food options coming up here.
You've officially made me hungry.
I know. I think it's time for our breakfast or lunch or whatever you want to call it at this point.
We'll go with brunch.
Brunch.
Keep it right
Perfect.
in between, right?
There you go.
All right, so just looking at the 10-day forecast,
we brought in these really cool coconut bowls that are made from real coconut shells and selling them in shop. We are a local business, and we love to support other local businesses by using our storefront. So we bring in Lemon Sprinkle Cookie Company, and she makes the most adorable cookies. We use Ramsey Acres honey from Perrysburg on a lot of our products, and the new and up-and-coming company, Vegan Taste, has brought in quite a few delicious goodies to sell during Restaurant Week.
Absolutely, and you have such an adorable display here. And you were saying that you started this off just as a mom who wanted to kind of encourage some healthy eating in your family.
Yeah, like I created Local Roots to be a place that I would want to come with my 4 kids. You know, after a weekend of pizza and ice cream, you know, we can come here to a place and feel good about what we're eating and balance our lifestyles out.
I think sometimes when we come to these places, it can be a little intimidating if you're not an expert on, you know, juicing or dieting and things like that, but you're trying to make it more approachable. So you have these bowl options, but you also balance it out with like some cookies as well.
I mean, we believe like being happy is healthy. And so you want to try a shot? We do shots
sure,
in the morning here.
Let's try a juice shot really quick.
You can take a sip. You don't have to take the whole thing.
Okay. All right.
What do you think? Does it have a kick?
Oh, wow. It does have a kick. It
kick.
has a kick for sure. You can taste
Appropriately
the
named.
pepper in there.